Freedom Fighters, coming back at you with another episode of Freedom's Gear Reviews. Well, today we're going to review these tools here I got in front of you that are a must-have for the apocalypse. You know, for when the zombies come. I'm just joking if you didn't get it, but yeah, more or less, you know, we're talking about the collapse or grid down scenarios, stuff like that. I watched this one channel. I don't know if you guys watch or have heard of Sean James, but he runs a channel called My Self-Reliance. And he basically does like a lot of bushcrafting style videos, stuff like that. But his most famous video is like building a cabin from hand. And he said in that video, you know, I could have used modern day tools and stuff, but he chose to do it all, you know, with primitive tools because he wanted to know, like, first of all, just to challenge himself that he could do it. And then said, you know, kind of like the times we're heading in, to know, like, how to do it with not all modern day amenities. But yeah, I mean, I've got all the power tools and, you know, the Milwaukee drill or whatever, the multi-tool. You know, it has the base, the battery base that you can put the drill on, and it's got the wizard wheel or the grinder, saw attachment. I even have a little mini chainsaw attachment that goes on there. A bunch of different stuff. But, you know, sometimes you find out even those things don't even work as well. You're just better off with your good old you know, hatchet and hand saws and machetes and stuff like that. And so yeah, I got this machete here. It actually wasn't that great. I'm probably just gonna jump to the other ones, so let's hop into this thing. But yeah, man, this Fiskars axe, this Hatchet X7 here, has been super reliable and super good, man. I've used this thing for years. But this last time has really just turned it into like one of my favorite pieces. But yeah, I mean, you can tell this thing has been through it. Years and years of abuse on this one. But yeah, anyway, I was getting to my, you know, normal spring cleaning. But this one was kind of anything but normal. You know, usually I'm just like pruning back some bushes and, you know, overgrown stuff. But this year I took on the task of clearing out a lot of brush. I'd say probably like a half acre of brush. And I've just been hacking away, knocking this stuff back. Trees, bamboo, bushes, weeds, vines. I mean, you name it. Just hacking it away with this Fiskars X7. And one of my previous gear reviews, the knife review, I mentioned a guy named Joe X. Highly recommend you go check out his channel. But he usually does knives. But I looked into it. He actually did a video review on the Fiskars X7. And I was surprised how well it held up. I definitely recommend you go check that up. Check that out if you haven't checked him out yet. Because he does some really in-depth, hardcore reviews. And I might try to insert some clips in here of me taking down some more stuff so you can actually see it in action. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Alright, so I'm out here clearing some path through this bush here. And, man, I know there's a plan already called Devil's Club. But they ought to rename this stuff Devil's Dick, because it is a pain in the ass. But yeah, I'm out here with the Fiskars X7. See if I can get a shot of this with one hand, but get down here by the root. Man, that was a clean sweep right there. But yeah, man, it's doing its job. It's holding up. So yeah, and then you got here I know you've heard of them before, the Silky saw, the Gomboy, Silky. And this is like some kind of special version. I remember when it came out, this is advertised as like the outdoors, you know, bushcraft, kind of outdoor saw. There it is. Pop it loose here. And yeah, man, this thing has been great too. This thing does, you know, really smooth cuts. A lot of less, it doesn't take much effort to get it going. It's been one of the better saws I have. I have another one just like this that's a cheaper version. I think I just got at Walmart or Harbor Freight or something. Which I'm pretty sure that's what that machete was. But I'm not too sure where I got that. And I don't think it was anything super special. But, I mean, it is pretty heavy duty. What do they call this one? The Camelus Titanium Carnivore. I mean, it is built pretty tough. But, I don't know. It wasn't working as good as the Hatchet was. So, I was like, just started using that. And then once I broke it down, I was sawing everything up with the Silky. But then I was just thinking, I'm like, man, like, this is so much better, you know, of a way to go at it. And I'm like, you're definitely going to need this stuff for the times coming up. You know, I'll try to insert some video of me cutting stuff up with that Silky saw as well. Alright, I'm back out here with the Gomboy Silky saw. It's hard to do this one-handed, so I had to go back and get the camera tripod. I mean, you still do it one-handed. It's a one-handed saw, but my camera hand, the offhand, you need to stabilize the bamboo or the wood or whatever you're cutting. But you also want to cut this at the notch. Let me see if I can get that in frame. Because if you cut it anywhere else, like up in the middle or whatever, it's going to eventually crack and it's going to fray up to the next notch. So you just always cut it here, and that gives you a solid flat bottom anyway. And I've made tons of stuff with this stuff. I've made cups, cup holders, candles, water filters, made lean-tos and shelters with this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of purposes, so let's see if I can get this. Yeah, see this end here? Now you have a solid flat bottom. It'll hold water or whatever if you're going to use it as a canister or anything. But yeah, man, this thing's tough as nails, and it's definitely getting the job done, clearing some of this stuff out the way. And I mean, it'll cut. That wasn't the biggest piece ever, but I've cut pretty big trees and limbs with it. And I'll see if I can gather some of that up and get that on tape. Alright, I'm back. I cut down this big dead tree that was getting in the way all the time. And I mean, I can't even palm this thing. Just to put in perspective, sometimes the camera doesn't show, but this thing's pretty big. It's probably like 12 inches in diameter. So, yeah, let's get to cutting this thing. Yeah, so let me know, what you guys think. Do you own any one of these? Do you have one that you prefer, that you think is better? If you have another brand of whatever hatchet or saws you're using. I know the saws in this community, the Silky saws, are pretty highly coveted. And that's like again, I said, like an outdoor specific version. I think it has like a hardened titanium blade or something on there. Something about it was like, extra durability and stuff like that. So, yeah, and I mean, I can't even remember where I got that Fiskar. I mean, that's a pretty name brand, but I wasn't really expecting much out of it. I think it was like $40. And like I said, I've gotten years out of use with that thing. And after this last, spring cleaning, I was just like, yeah, I definitely have to throw a review out on that and just highly recommend it. But again, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Until the next one, stay wild and free. Freedom Fighters out.